Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 8th-ranked team of the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Red Raiders will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Offense working from the pistol. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking down the middle. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give. Spins away from the defender. And more yards after contact. There he goes to the right. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they're going to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Shaw. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He leaves it with the back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Will send its offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Quick strike complete. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
3rd down coming up.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Thomas back to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fair catch called for and made. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Red Raiders want to move quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Now on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On 3rd down, going up top. Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Unloads quickly. Breaks the tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, TCU 10, Texas Tech 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Shaw. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Texas Tech.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. They're getting this guy lathered up. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game.
And he's just been so patient. He's following his blocks, letting it all develop in front of it, and then bursting through. And they were only in the first half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Thomas looking to fire. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Troy. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me.
Unloads it downfield. And that ball is picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He uncorks one deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits and big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He'll keep it himself. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Makes the catch. It's Amaro. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Second down coming up. Thomas back to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. Smashes ahead. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Catch in the middle, it's Campbell. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on first down.
That is an excellent
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Thomas looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're trying to get to it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. From the gun. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. Fast motion from the offense. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
A screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to fit it.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Motion from the offense. Thomas back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And after the extra point, they trailed 35-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He makes the connection. Just trucks through it. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
What an amazing individual effort by the wide receiver. How many guys did he make miss after the catch? This guy would be hard to tackle in a phone booth.
And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He makes a grab. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The head coach going to keep the offense on the field and go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that can lose you this game.
Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is snowed under.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. He's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Reed. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Thomas looking to fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 42, TCU 24.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using the quick game. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Red Raiders! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 20 over Arizona State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the eye in.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
You know, it's one thing when you got a quarterback scrambling around, running all over the place, outside the pocket left, outside the pocket right. That dude was in the pocket. You have to affect the quarterback. You have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, or it's going to be a long game.
He finds his man. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He wants to throw it again. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. On the run, still looking. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can do it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Using his legs, it's all. Fakes his man out. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Let's go. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, spins away. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Still, and a sack all the way back at the 5.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Thomas back to pass. And he ends up taking a safety. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Takes a handoff. It's Shaw. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.